So there was another little bit to that story I told you about the emperor in the book and, being with my son and my going through the emperor's drawers and finding some really cool looking clothes. Well, when I came back, I remember I told you I was pregnant. I was looking around for some stuff to put together for my new child's wardrobe, and I wasn't finding anything like really inspiring or interesting or beautiful. It was just a lot of schlock out there for babies, and it was pink, and it was blue, and it was yellow. Boring. But I started to make things. And I do know how to sew, and I know how to knit, and I have those crafty skills. And I started to just decide I was going to make him the most wonderful wardrobe that baby had ever had. And I started making things. And just on my own, having fun, doing, I had plenty of time on my hands. I was like, oh, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make that. And one of the little things I made was a baby-sized version of one of the articles of clothing that I found in the emperor's closet. So, moving forward quickly, I began showing these things that I was making to my friends, and they're like, oh God, these are really, really nice. You could sell this stuff. And I thought, really? And they said, yeah, give that a go. So now I've got the belly now, and I trundle up to a kitty boutique, Lady Madonna, which was a chain store back at this time. And I go in with some stuff, and I said, I'd like to just sort of would you look at this with me and tell me whether you think this has any value at all? And the owner of the store that I went in, which was outside of Philadelphia, she said, oh gosh, these are great. I would put this in my store. And she went into her office, she came back and she handed me a business card. She said, call this woman Marcia. She is a sales rep in New York City, and you make an appointment with her and you show her this stuff and you get going. And when you get going, we'll be happy to buy from you. Now, this was a chain store. This is right out of the box. I'm like, wow, okay. So I went home and I thought about it, and I contacted Marcia, and I'm really pregnant now. So she said, well, look, call me, and call me in a couple of months. I'm not going anywhere. It'll be fine. So I had my son, and that was an amazing, wonderful experience. I really enjoy being a mother, and having babies was easy for me. And I got to bring him home in the little kimono that I had made for him. It was really, really lovely. And I was doing things like using Marimekko fabrics from Finland in my designs, and baby bedding and bumpers, but nobody was using Marimekko fabric in that way, and I couldn't imagine why they weren't. Now, of course, it's an industry, right? But when I was doing it, nobody was doing it. Okay. So then when my second child was 4 weeks old, I schlepped up to New York City with him and all this stuff, and I met with Marcia, and she said, this is great. Now, mind you, my baby was born in September. He was born at the end of September, and he was 4 weeks old. So when I went in to see Marcia, it was the end of October. And she said, I can sell this. How many samples do you have? And have you figured out your pricing? And I said, well, yeah, I said, I pretty much have it. She said, you have a line. She said, so look, in November there's a show, and I want you in the show, and I want you to take out a booth, and I want you to bring your line, and we're going to have orders. And I went, okay. So this is what I mean about blink, about when you don't have fear, the fullness of your life comes up to meet you in the blink of an eye. So within less than 6 months, I had a baby, I had a business, I had a sales rep, I got myself in the show. I was just bizarre. It was a lot of stress also, but we kind of did it. And my first customer was Bloomingdale's, and then I got orders from my Magnet and Saks Fifth Avenue, and then I had baby boutiques all around the country ordering my stuff, and then eventually we got to the point where I had boutiques in France and Germany ordering my stuff from America. I set up a little cottage industry in Philadelphia, and I was having a really good time with that. And then blank. There was another shift in my life story, which I'll share with everyone. I wanted to follow up on the Emperor dream because I wanted you to see how that resonated fairly quickly in my reality here on life, and it was life-changing and wonderful, and really an opportunity for me to bring a lot of my creative self into the world in a way that I could share with others. Okay.